Paul Dunford, who is our business loan fund director.
Hi, thank you for coming today. I appreciate your participation in this roundtable discussion, and obviously it's a discussion, so any questions you have are welcome and wanted. Back in, I think it was around 1984 or maybe before, the state of Colorado figured out that not all businesses were going to qualify for bank loans, and that there was kind of a gap between businesses that were good businesses that deserved financing, but because of the deposit insurance requirements that banks have to deal with and protecting those funds, some banks may not be able to help them and maintain the risk that they needed to have to keep the regulators happy. So they started or formed at least 15, I think it's down to 14 or 13 now, regions in the state of Colorado. I think initially the purpose of those regions was to establish business loan funds to help deserving businesses with job creation and economic development. Region 10, since 1984, has been awarded 6 CDBG contracts, and the CDBG program is HUD has given money to states to assist low to moderate income individuals. There's 3 parts of that. One part is obviously the housing program that everybody's pretty familiar with. Another part goes for infrastructure development to help improve things within the community for low to moderate income individuals. That money, one of the uses of that money was recently the medical clinic in Olathe received some grant funds for that to help them buy the modular that they now have a low to moderate income health facility there in Olathe. The third part of it is for economic development, and that's principally job creation and assistance with those low to moderate income individuals. That's the money that we get in our business loan fund that primarily funds the program, either in that form or after it's repaid and revolved loans. So as I started since 1984, Region 10 got 6 of these contracts for $3.3 million in loans. From those contracts, we've created 344 jobs. 254 were filled by low to moderate income individuals. Because of the fact that when those loans were repaid and revolved, that money did not go away. It was reloaned to other businesses. So overall, since then, Region 10 has made 226 loans for $9.1 million. And of that $9.1 million, there's over 1,000 jobs, 1,075 that were created or retained jobs, and 723 were filled by low to moderate income individuals. In Montrose County, a low to moderate income individual, and these little brochures are back there along with this one in the back. In Montrose County, a low to moderate income individual with a family of 4, income is $45,100 a year. And that would be for the household. So if the husband's the only one that works, it would be $45,100 a year. If the wife and the husband work, it would be both of their salaries added together. But still, $45,000 a year is not a tremendously low sum of money for a household to be making for people to qualify for these benefits. In November, last year we applied for another CDBG contract because the revolve funds that we had, we lent out. Obviously, this is a tough environment for businesses, and we found some deserving businesses and loaned that revolve money out. Needed more, so we applied for another CDBG contract and was awarded $500,000 from which we could draw from through the state of Colorado. So the money sitting at the state, we have to send applications over, and then if they're approved, they send me the money and I disperse it to the loan documents. Everything as far as the customer or you would be concerned would be done here at Region 10. We would do all the dealing with the state and the funds and so forth and so on. With that, so with that $500,000, we started making some loans already. The advantage to a business of a community development block grant loan, the first advantage is the interest rate. Most of the interest rates on those loans will be at Wall Street Journal Prime, which is currently 3.25%. We can add up to 2% to that for fees and stuff. Sometimes I will do that, especially the lower loans, but still at 5.25%, that's a pretty good loan rate for a business that needs some money. Most of the time, because it's grant fund or even a revolve fund case, the loan rate will be fixed. So if you borrow money, it will be fixed at whatever that Typically, they're going to be the same kind of terms you would get from a bank. I was a commercial banker for about 20 years. Most of it is an executive officer, and most of it is a commercial lender, so I understand what the bank's doing. And usually what we do is we match the term with the purpose. If you're buying equipment, obviously we want to make sure the loan is paid off before you have to replace and buy more equipment, those kinds of things. If you buy a truck, obviously you want to get the loan paid off before the truck needs to be replaced. So that's typically what's going to be determined. If the purchase of the loan is for real estate or something, then it could be up to 20 years. Typically, anything over 10 years has to be ballooned, but the amortization term can be up to 20 years. Working capital loans, typically in banking, are 3 to 5 years, 1 to 5 years, depending. The other thing I look at that I didn't look at as a banker is I also look at your ability to repay. And I might stretch some of these terms if it really needs to be done. Obviously, we don't want to set up a payment schedule that your business can't afford. Typically, also, the loans that we do, the credit can't be obtained elsewhere. That's not always true, and we will look at businesses that are interested in lower rate loans. The favorite thing I like to do is to participate or partner with banks. Say you went to your banker and he looked at your loan and said, well, gee, you need $100,000, and my loan may show 70% loan to value, so I can only lend you $70,000. I have went out and lent up to $30,000 to help those businesses get that done. And obviously, as being a former banker, I know most of the bankers around here know how their processes work and can work with them to get that done. So we try to do, our preference is to do gap loans like that, and that kind of lets us use our $500,000 for more loans, and yet it also helps the bankers and stuff do the things that they would like to do in the community. Any questions about benefits or our program? Qualifications for the program, there's kind of two parts to it. And obviously, remember, this program is to benefit low and moderate income individuals. The first part is what they call micro-enterprises. A micro-enterprise is a business that has no more than 5 total employees, not FTE. One of those employees would be the owner. If your business, and the owner would have to qualify as a low to moderate income individual. So obviously this is going to help business owners that qualify as low to moderate income individuals, and this does include your business income on your tax return. So a lot of the business owners in the current economic environment are going to qualify if they're going to show low losses or a low amount of money as income. So if you have a business that has no more than 5 employees, you would qualify. These loans can be no more than $100,000, and other than that, there's really not any restrictions. I do look at these loans just like I did in the bank, but I'm not looking at them and saying, well, my ratio is this, or I want that, or whatever. I look at it and try to find a way to make the loan work for the business. But remember, these are public monies, and I do want them repaid and revolved so I can lend them to other businesses. And so we're not wanting to give away or lose this money, realizing that all loans involve some risk and possibly some loss. But we do want to be pretty prudent with money to protect your money, but at the same time help deserving business.